A shocking 40% drop in leisure reading over 2 decades raises urgent concerns about our cultural and health future. A groundbreaking study from the University of Florida and University College London reveals that Americans now spend far less time reading for fun than they did 20 years ago, sparking debates about how this trend could reshape our society. Published in the journal iScience, the research analyzed data from over 236,000 participants in the American Time Use Survey, spanning 2003 to 2023. But here's where it gets controversial. The decline isn't just a minor shift. It's a steady, alarming 3% annual drop, according to lead researcher Jill Sonke, PhD, who calls it a deeply concerning loss of a vital cultural practice. The decline isn't evenly distributed. Black Americans, low-income groups, and people in rural areas have seen steeper drops in reading habits compared to their white or urban counterparts. This highlights a troubling gap in access to books and the time needed to read. Even among educated individuals and women, we're seeing shifts, says Jessica Bone, PhD, a co-author. Some are reading more, while many have stopped altogether. Meanwhile, reading with children has remained stable, a promising sign, but one that's still far below the levels of yesteryear, which is worrisome, given its role in early literacy and family bonding. Why does this matter? Reading for pleasure isn't just about education. It's a powerful tool for mental health, empathy, and lifelong learning. The Arts Lab, which studies the connection between the arts and well-being, has long linked creative engagement to improved quality of life. Reading has always been a low-barrier, high-impact way to boost creativity and health, Sonke explains. When we lose this simple tool, it's a serious setback for public health. But why are Americans reading less? While the study doesn't pinpoint causes, researchers point to factors like the rise of digital media, economic stress, and shrinking leisure time. Our digital culture is part of the story, Sonke says. But there are also structural issues, limited access to books, job insecurity, and a national decline in free time. For some, a library trip is just not feasible, especially in rural areas. What can be done? The study suggests targeted interventions could help reverse the trend. Reading with children is one of the most promising avenues, says Daisy Fancourt, PhD, co-director of the Arts Lab. It supports language, empathy, and school readiness. Others argue for community-driven solutions, making libraries more accessible, encouraging book clubs, and turning reading into a social activity rather than a solitary task. This research underscores the need to protect access to the arts, not just as a cultural value, but as a public health priority. Reading has always been an accessible way to support well-being, Fancourt says. To see such a decline is alarming because the evidence is clear. Reading benefits everyone across all stages of life. So what do you think? Is the decline a result of digital overload, economic hardship, or something else? Share your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear your perspective on this important issue.